What is up, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back another animated, not necessarily animated, episode of The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, where we do unboxings, first reactions, give you my thoughts on all things pop culture, mainly Star Wars, Transformers, anime, McFarlane figures, sprinkled in with some other stuff. With also going to conventions, to theme parks, you name it, we do it. If it's fun, we're going to make it happen, and you're going to have fun with me. So I do all this so you don't have to, or so that you can save up and do it yourself, you know, make those informed decisions. So if this is your first time here and you're like, who is this dude? Go ahead and hit like and subscribe and get notified when we have new videos. We try to drop them every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if you've been here before, thank you so much. We are so close to 750. That's my next giveaway, milestone. But you know what? We're not here to talk about that. We're not here to talk about the October giveaway that's going on as well. We're here to go to the world of anime, to one of my favorite animes that's currently going on. It's in season 2 in the Shibuya incident, Jujutsu Kaisen. And we're here to talk about my main man, Gojo. And so y'all know I want Mo Gojo. I am not a rhymer or anything like that. And so I did a review on, of course, the anime heroes versus the SHFiguarts Gojo, and asked you which Gojo should you go with. I think a lot of people really kind of dug that review and kind of gave their opinions on it. Of course, I love the Figuarts one. I think you have a lot more playability and more animation accurate, but this is great for your budget. But I got something that's a budget buster that we're going to take a look at from a company called ThreeZero. So let's go to my lab and take a look at what Gojo is up to today. It's here. The 1/6 scale Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, made by ThreeZero. This is a ThreeZero. It's their 6th scale collectible figure. I am so excited about this. Like, you can't have too many Gojos, right? You can count them right here. I got him right here. I got him right here, him right here, him right here, him right here, and a little tiny one right there. I think I need a few more. Of course, I mean, when you have your favorite character like Optimus Prime in my Transformers world, or Superman, or whatever it may be, the Mandalorian, you're gonna have multiple copies of the character because each figure is different. You got statues and then you got figures. So these two right here are my posable figures. As you remember, there's the anime heroes and the Figuarts one, but this one is on another level. So Gojos, I'm gonna have to move you all out of the way. We'll bring you all back in for comparison later on, and that's all we're going to compare this one to, is my Gojos that I do have, so that you know which Gojo you should Gojo with. So we just want to make sure that you've got all the information you need. Now, there is another 6th scale that's out there by Asmus, A-S-M-U-S, but it is sold out, so I'm going to have to get him third party, some form, some fashion. So if you have one out there and you want to sell it to me cheap, just let me know. But I heard between the two, there's a debate between ThreeZero and the Asmus one, that the ThreeZero seems to be more animation accurate. The Asmus seems to be a bit more quality on that. But here is the box. It is a big, tall, intimidating box. And then the side, of course, you got Jujutsu Kaisen, the logo, the ThreeZero logo, whatever that means. Very, very cool. On the back, you got a couple other shots. This says it's made for ages 15 or above. So this is not a toy. I repeat, not a toy. So here you have him with his reverse curse technique hollow red going on. And then, of course, the 6 eyes in his infinity right there. And then there's this right there, the top. Very cool. I love the package. Like, if you're an in-the-box collector, this is very cool, because what I love is you have this. He's upside down! Well, that's the first error. We have an upside down Gojo. They packed him upside down. So, but love the picture, all this, the window, the box. So we'll turn it upside down too as well. but he is all here, and you get a bunch of stuff to go along with him. So I can't wait to get Upside Down Gojo out of the box. So let's do that right in a moment. I'm just kidding. Through my reverse curse technique of unboxing right now. He's glorious. He's glorious. Blue steel. I'm telling you, this is an amazing. This is my first 1/6 scale figure I've ever gotten. My first premium figure. I normally don't spend a lot of money on these things, but I sold some stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to something. And I'm like, what can it be? It can be Gojo. Now, I know those of y'all that are reading the manga, and it's been spoiled for me, knows what happens. And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody else. But he is my favorite character. But this thing is glorious. And first of all, ThreeZero took a lot of care packing this guy up and putting all this stuff. I mean, everything was pretty much wrapped in plastic and was with the utmost care just taken care of on that. So, and just pulling him out. I mean, if you want an unboxing experience, this was I would consider almost like an Apple unboxing experience. You know, that's where I would put this. I think your unboxing experience for a toy or a collectible should be enjoyable. It should not be a pain. It should not be frustrating. It should be enjoyable. And this one definitely was enjoyable. But enough about that. Let's talk about some of the stuff you get in the box. So first of all, this other head sculpt. And this is amazing. I mean, just take a look at the detail. I mean, that blue in the eyes really pop. It'd be cool if there was a way they could put some some kind of sparkly to make it sparkle like it does in the anime. But that just looks great. It looks just like Gojo. The hair's laid down. When he takes his blindfold off, he is ready for business. I mean, this head sculpt, very, very cool. And it is like, I don't know which head sculpt I am going to stay with because this is awesome. So let me put that back. You also get the blindfold. So if I wanted to, for example, put this on here on the head, you can put it on the head where it will, I'll have to figure it out, but where only one eye is covered. So that's just so cool. That is just so cool. I am, I feel like a schoolgirl right now, just all fanboying right now over this, but this is just, it's just cool. It's just cool. So you get that. You also get a couple pegs here. So some extra ball joints. So if you break them, you have two to kind of replace that with. This is cool because this is his reversed cursed technique, the hollow red, which I'll put a picture of so that way you can kind of see what the anime looks like for the hollow red. But that is awesome that you get that. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pairs of hands. And what's so cool is, you get all the different poses. So there, right there, him doing his curse technique of, I believe this is domain expansion, infinite void, and then of course the hollow purple. You got some really cool stuff here. And then we get to the piece de resistance, the figure. Now he's off the ramen scale. I don't have enough ramen to measure him by. He's a 1/6 scale. So let me just show you with one ramen packet. There. I'm going to need enough ramen to basically dehydrate a million slugs or dehydrate a person in order to measure up with this figure. And so you can already see where I'm going to be leaning on my good, bad, awesome scale for this, because this thing is freaking awesome. But I haven't posed him yet or haven't played with any articulation, so we'll see what happens. But let's talk about the figure first. So let me kind of raise my camera a little bit because we're going to bring this in closer. We can see a crotch shot of the arc right there. But let's bring this. Oh, it looks intimidating. Just like that camera view right there where it looks like, oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Just amazing. So, yeah. the suit is made out of fabric. It's like a not cotton or anything like that. I don't know what kind of fabric you'd call it, but it's fabric. And they've done a really great job at the tailoring on it. There's not any picks or anything on this. I think it is just smooth. This is his Jujutsu Kaisen sorcerer uniform. And then as you go, I'm going to have to kind of probably grab the camera to kind of do a panning, because I don't even think rotisserie mode will work here. But I mean, as you go, I mean, let's go up. As you go down, I mean, it's just the detail all around is so great. And then there's the shoes. Now, where the Asmus one has a good advantage is his shoes are glossy, whereas this one is more matte. I don't know. It depends on your, you know me, I love matte finish. I don't know what it is about it, but I just love it. But sometimes glossy dress shoes, they just pop. You know, it's just kind of like, you know, when you're going to prom, you can wear, you know, matte shoes, or you can be like the king of prom wearing the glossy shoes, you know. And so, but there is his shoes there. When we look at, I'm going to turn him to the side so we can kind of just get a up and down side view here. So you can kind of see just that profile. Very cool. And let's bring it to the back. Let's look at the Gojo butt and all that good stuff. So, I mean, just and then we'll come in closer on this head sculpt here so we can take a look at it. But I mean, again, this uniform, they did a really great job. I am digging. For those of y'all that are 1/6 scale figures, this may not be the best figure you've seen. This is my first 1/6 scale, so it is the best figure I have seen so far. We're gonna have to bring in a sideway view to see this head sculpt, but it is very nice. I mean, you can see the detail, the shadowing and stuff like that that's in that hair. It just looks like he just came out of the anime and onto my desk. Just that smirk, that smug Gojo smirk is just right there too as well. Knowing that he's the best right now. But you know, I have a feeling things might change. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I have a feeling things might change. Gosh, this is awesome. This is awesome. So let's do this. Let's get into a little bit of articulation here. So we'll kind of stand him back up, and I might have to get my hand on it. Let me see if I can lift my camera anymore. Give me just a second. So got my camera elevated a little bit more. So let's go into some articulation on Gojo. So first of all, I mean, the head, it does swivel. And then of course the arms do move a little bit, but then you have them on this little base and you do have some leg movement. So that's about it that you have for now. Get out of here, you little Lego Gojo. So let's bring him in just a little bit closer. Let's bring this up just a little bit more. We're almost out of my light, but that's crazy. So the head, it is on a kind of ball joint, so you can spin that, but you can't do a whole 180 on that. So there's that, and then we'll play with some of the hands and we'll pop those on too as well. I'll show you how easy it is to get that on. Arm does come out to about here, but again, you do have some restriction with the suit, kind of gets in the way, and so same thing. You can kind of come up with it, but then you have the suit that kind of gets in the way, and you can come back with it. You have a little bit of twist there. The wrist does twist, and then your elbow bend. You do have that double elbow bend, which is awesome. So you can get some kind of really cool movements without taking his clothes off and stuff like that to show you some of the more movements you can do. But that's there on that. The waist, you do have an ab crunch. You do have some twist, but again, suit. I mean, you can kind of go 360. That suit will move with you on that. And then, but there's no twist at the waist here except for the legs a little bit. And then when you get to the legs, see if I can move these arms kind of out of the way so we can play with these a little bit. You can't do the Jean-Claude or you'll rip his pants. You can kind of kick up just a little bit before the pants kind of get restricting. Kick back a little bit. You do have the double jointed knee on that. And then, of course, the foot you do have total spin on a ball, so you have plenty of posability on that there. So what's limiting the posing is the clothes. So the disadvantage of clothes, like the disadvantage of clothes is it's going to limit your posing, whereas other figures you can kind of have the joints already built into the clothes, whereas this, he has clothes. So I think that's kind of more realistic to, like, if I was like playing with Barbies, so to speak. This is not a Barbie. This is an action figure. This is a collectible. And so don't worry, Gojo. I'll get Barbie for you. Man, Barbie, she's a 10. You're going to love her. But that's the limitation you have there. So let me just show you really quickly how you can kind of replace the hands. And so they are on a ball, so you'll just kind of pull and pop that off, and that joint comes off with it there. And so what you want to do is I hope for the joint to come off at the hand, because now it is going to be a little difficult. You'll need something kind of like a pair of pliers or something to kind of pull that off, but that is okay. Let's see here. I'm going to get my spudger stick. Give me just a second. Let me grab that. Maybe that might help out. Come on, Spudger. Spudge McKenzie. Pop. Pop goes the weasel, and the weasel goes pop. Yeah, you're going to have to get something to kind of pop that off. But you'll put that ball back on here, and that's where the hands will go. And so we'll get them in some poses and things like that too as well. So let me just pop that hand back on. Maybe I'll try the other hand. Maybe the other hand I'll have better luck. So let's pop that back in. And maybe I should do like the twist method, right? There we go. A lot better luck doing the twist method, right? And so there he is. Oh no! He has no hand. He has no hand. Let's give him a hand. Let's give a hand to Gojo. So we'll pop this hand on here. And the thing I hate a lot of times with these figures is sometimes it's just a booger bear to get that ball in there. But yeah, there we go. Got that on. And then, of course, to pop the head off, you do have, again, it's on a ball. So you just kind of work it, pop it. And where's that other head? To get ahead in life, where are you? Oh, brains. If you want to truly kill Gojo, you must get rid of the brain. And then let's just pop that head back on. That neck has some cool movement there. So you not only got a ball joint, but you got movement on the neck too. Friggin' head. I'll be right back as I get this pop back on. All right, got the head on and another different pair of hands. So just wanted to show you the reversed curse technique and kind of see how that goes on here. Very, very cool. I believe I'm taking a look at it right now just to see how we get this popped on. I want to say it goes like so. Like you stick his finger in there. And then, of course, I didn't get his ball joint on really good. But that's okay. I will get it all together. I am all over the place. Just give me a second. Again. Okay, that's so cool. You can get that curse technique just right on the finger. So you can kind of see that right there. Pops right on the finger right there. So you can do some really, really cool stuff. You can have it going the other way, I believe, as well. It doesn't hold as well as it should, but you know, there you go. What are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? Like, for as much money as I spent on this, it better hold well. But that's what you do with him. So let's do this. Let's compare Gojo to a few other people. Yeah, one of the, like I said, the cons I have, yeah, you can move the elbow. There's like an elbow butterfly joint in there, but you're not going to get a lot of movement there. So yeah, let's compare them to some of the other figures that I got. Now, something cool I didn't show you, you can change the faces out. So even though they're both on here, you can change those faces out. So the way you do that is you just kind of let's see here. Pop. Yeah, there we go. It's like on a little joint there. And so I'm going to use the smudger because, man, his hair's spiky. And so we're going to kind of pop that out. Come on. Come on, Gojo hair. You can do it. There we go. And then you would just kind of pop off the face. Big disgrace. Come on. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. So you have that little base right there that you can use. And then same thing with this other head. We will pop this off. Yowzas. Man, that schmarts. So we're gonna, it's in there tight. And oh, there we go. You really wanna kind of, make sure you, yeah, there we go. So what we shall do is we will put this right like so, where it's kind of like that. And here is where the blindfold comes in. You take this, you put it over the head like so. And then you grab the hair and put it back. Ow! On! Ouch! You shouldn't get hurt from toys. They hurt you. Toys will hurt you, but they'll love you too. There we go. So you just kind of squeeze it all on, make sure everything's all squeezed. And now you have the different head on there. So you can see now I got the head with the one uncovered eye, which would be awesome. So very, very cool. But yeah, that's all you do to kind of replace the head on that. So you can change out the faces if you want to. And if you don't want to, then that's your prerogative as well. And got a headless Gojo right there. So yeah, now let's get into comparing him with other figures. So we're going to do some size comparisons here. Now, I don't have any figures of his scale that I have. Did I just repeat myself? I don't have that I have. My only other ThreeZero figure I had, I did a review on this earlier. I'll put a link to it too. Is my Voltron, and you can kind of see how they look side by side right there. Voltron is side by side with my Gojo. And then my Magic Square Optimus Prime, which I consider masterpiece. So I would consider this a masterpiece level figure here. There they are side by side. So Gojo just towers above them. And then I'll just bring in, this is my Voyager class Optimus Prime. So we got a bunch of robots here. There you go. Just from a scale standpoint, you can kind of see where this figure's at. So I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to put him. That's going to be the hard part right there, is where I'm going to put him. But let's show you the differences between all the other Gojos. And here's all my other Gojos. There they are, lined up in a row. Now I have two statues, this one and this one, so they're not posable at all. This one you got to have it sitting on something, but you can kind of see from a scale standpoint what they look like. Of course, my little Lego guy down here, he's awesome. My little tiny Gojo right there, not much, has Lego posability. And then of course the SHFiguarts Mini, very limited posability, but just cute, just chibi style right there. But the two other ones that I do have, so the Anime Heroes and the SHFiguarts Gojo, here they are kind of all together. Detail wise, I would say it's on par with the SHFiguarts, just from the level of detail. From the level of posability, these guys are, I'm going to give the posability to these smaller ones, and the main reason for that is because of the fabric on these suits. You can't get the arms back as far without the suit bunching up or anything like that, whereas these have joints here. So the payoff, I mean, the pros about is you have a very cool, accurate kind of cloth suit, but the payoff is you do lose some posability because it's an outfit that's on him versus these having the joints already built into the suit and into the arms on that. But overall, like, I would say this is little brother, big brother right here, and this is the carbon copy clone that's just gonna back off. Yeah, I can't compete. I can't compete with you two. You want a good premium figure? The SHFiguarts one's really good. Good Smile has one too. That's really, really nice. I don't have it, but I've seen some reviews on it. But this one, if you're like, hey, I'd like to have a really, really awesome figure, you can pick up this one. And I picked them up on Amazon, and we'll talk a little later how much I paid for them. All right, so we'll move this out of the side. So let me just give you my final thoughts on the ThreeZero the Gojo. So let's get back together. We are back. So let's give you some of my final thoughts about ThreeZero's Satoru Gojo. So let's bring him in. This might be the pose I keep this in, because I have a bunch of them in all the other poses. I might keep him in this, or I might do the reverse curse technique pose with the hollow red. But overall impressions, I love this figure. It is freaking phenomenal. I mean, just look at the detail in that hair. It is amazing. You can't see the eyes, but that right here, I have him in his fighting pose, so I think that'll be really cool. But from the fabric of the suit to just the overall ease of posability. Not too tight, not too loose. The only complaint I have is the suit is restricting if you want to get him into some really like arms up and things like that. So you're going to have to work it a little bit to make that happen. And then just like with any figure with ball joints, it's really, really tough to get the hands on and off. And then with the spiky hair, ooh, make sure you're wearing some gloves if you're changing that stuff out. But wow, ThreeZero, I think you did a really, really, really great job on this. So, yeah, on a scale of good, bad, awesome, this is going to be a Jujutsu awesome for me. My favorite character, the most powerful Jujutsu sorcerer current in the present, and he does fight the most powerful Jujutsu sorcerer from 1,000 years ago to determine who is the most powerful of them all. I'm not going to ruin it. I'm not going to ruin it. Anything. The manga's still going on, folks, so we still don't know the answer to that. But if you are watching it, I would encourage you to watch it. Again, it's not for younger kids, but I can tell you, yeah, this is not just like a toy you want to play with out in the sand or anything like that. This is one you want to pose and maybe take some time to pose in other places and things like that too as well. But yeah. This is great. So if you're on a budget, $20, or maybe you might be able to find it for $18. The Anime Heroes Satoru Gojo. If you're on a budget, he'll do in a pinch. I think that's what's great. If you have a little bit more and you want a bit more premium figure, the SHFiguarts Figma figure right here. No, not Figma. The SHFiguarts figure, or the Good Smile would be great. And if you have the budget and you really want a good collector showpiece, this one right here is great. If you don't want a statue but you want one that you can pose and that's just going to be a good showpiece for you, this one takes the cake for me. Now, of course, like I said, I don't have the Asmus one, which I heard is really, really phenomenal too. Now, I picked this up on Amazon, and you're going to cough in a little bit, but I had some store credit. I also sold something really big, so this was on my, this is what I'm going to splurge on for selling something really big. He was $149. So not for the faint of wallet. So this will put an impact on your wallet. But ThreeZero figures are some quality figures, I think, that you'll enjoy in your collection. Now, ThreeZero also makes a Yuji Itadori, a Megumi Fushiguro, and a Nobara Kugasaki, and I believe they're getting ready to come out with a few others too as well. And Asmus is getting ready to come out with Sukuna, which is going to be kind of cool too. Yeah, what do y'all think? Which Gojo would you Gojo with? Would you, again, if you had $150 to spend, would you get this and a few other figures? But if you want to really get a good one, I think this is the way to go. So that is it. That is my thoughts on ThreeZero's Satoru Gojo. So hopefully I see you again So yeah, yep. But tune in next time when we talk about something good, bad, or awesome. I'll give you my thoughts on all three. But in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. Domain expansion. No money in my wallet. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.